Hello, my name is Kristen Smith, and I am the director for the Center for Women's and Gender Studies at UT Austin. What I love about Women's and Gender Studies at UT is our students. Our students are brilliant, forward thinking. We have an amazing community, and we are so diverse. We are truly a safe space for diversity and inclusion here at the University of Texas.
My favorite things in the last year has been teaching LGBTQ literature and culture, which is an upper division undergraduate class, and I'm really looking forward to teaching a graduate seminar on Audre Lorde and Adrienne Rich, two amazing queer feminist poets of the 20th century.
What I love about working at Women's and Gender Studies is that we get to support students who are going to go out in the world and make a difference.
I like so much about LGBTQ studies and the fact that it's housed within the Center for Women's and Gender Studies is that we've built a community here for ourselves. We support each other through feminist actions and activities and activisms.
What do we do best here in Women's and Gender Studies? We open space for our students, faculty, and staff to be who they are and to thrive personally, professionally, and academically. I look forward to meeting all of you and welcoming you to UT.
Hi, I'm Faith. I'm a recent graduate from the Women's and Gender Studies Master's Program. And just very broadly, my area of study is Black queer visual cultures within digital media. A highlight from my 2 years with CWGS would be the annual graduate conference, which we held digitally this year. And it was just such an amazing display of feminist scholarship from across fields and a really great example of how broadly applicable feminist theory is to so many different subjects.
I've always been really passionate about social justice and equality. Through the years, I've become more and more familiar with this world around me, and I've just realized that there are so many things that aren't quite right, or that I feel as if I am out of place, or judged, or not the ideal based off of my sex and what I have to say. And this course has given me the freedom to explore that. This course has let me explore my own identity and give a name to these feelings and find a sense of community. But most importantly, it's given me context. I see the world through a new lens now, and it's only made me a better advocate for myself and for other people. And I couldn't ask for anything more valuable than that.
Hey, so I identify as a feminist because I believe in equality. The obvious answer to that question. But to go a little bit deeper than that, I would say I worked in a male-dominated field for the last 10 years. And I was the only and much younger girl in the boys club, was what I called it there. So you can imagine how that was. But the worst part was when I got a few years in, I realized that my assistant, who'd been on the same path as me, wasn't more experienced or anything, but was a man, made more than me. And that's because he was hired on it more and had gotten larger raises every time. So that was pretty messed up. So I recognize that there's a problem. And typically when there is a need to identify as something, that means that the people within that group have experienced some sort of hardship or persecution or discrimination, and they have to band together to fight that and fix the problem. And so I think that's why it's important that we all call ourselves feminists, so that we acknowledge that there's a problem and that we need to fix it. And so that way, hopefully, feminism will be a thing of the past in our future.
Hi, I'm Grace Liu, a sophomore studying computer science here at UT Austin. And so, as a woman in computer science, I've always dealt with environments of sexism and prejudice. And I wanted to take a woman in gender studies class in order to learn more about the history of gender studies, hear other students' stories, and to gain inspiration for my own life. I'm a feminist because I believe everybody should have equal access to all opportunities. And I know it's a bit naive because there's still centuries of historical oppression to undo, but I'm fighting for a world where people can determine their futures based on their individual dreams and work ethics and not the unequal ground they're born into.